Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Wingate Solutions. I hope you're doing well. I'm out in the woods doing a little shooting, so I figured I'd bring you guys along. All right, let's get into it. All right, guys, this is going to be a quick range video. I have a brand new Glock 34 Gen 5 that I'm going to put in some first rounds through today. Only things I did to it was put the back strap, the medium-sized beaver tail. Just I got big hands. I really like the back straps on these. Some guys do, some guys don't. Personal preference. I tend to be somebody that likes having that like hooked beaver tail back strap on the back. And I have a CAGWorks extended slide stop, slide release, just because I really like them. Keeps the slide release out of the way of my support hand, because I got big hands. And I've been running these for a while now. I was unsure of them at first. I like them. I really like them a lot, just because my hands do get in the way of the slide release. And it's my support hand itself, not my thumb. I mean, that happens rarely. I mean, if I grip the gun wrong, I can actually get in the way of it with my shooting thumb. But it's my actual support hand that gets in the way of the gun, because I got big hands. So I'm running that. Other than that, it's a stock gun. Just running irons today. We got, I think they're True Glow, just some cheap fiber optics on it. I don't shoot iron sights anymore, like rarely ever. This is the first time I'm like deliberately shooting iron sights. I shoot them for work here and there. I'll qual on them just because one of the guns I qual on is an iron sight only gun. But I hate iron sights. Like it is what it is. If you've put the time in truly on a red dot, and you've actually put enough time in to buy in and learn why the red dot is better, then you probably are going to get to a point where you just don't really want to shoot irons anymore. That's where I am. I think that's how a lot of guys are that have truly put the time in. If you haven't put any time into a red dot, or you picked it up a time or two to do some marksmanship practice, you're really not understanding the benefits of a red dot. That's not the point of the video today. I'm actually shooting this thing with just the irons. I'm probably going to be pretty sloppy because I haven't shot irons much at all. So we'll see how it does. I didn't even confirm that these sights were zeroed. I just kind of threw them on there, and we're just going to go to work with it. But I love Glock 34s. My favorite gun I was ever issued was my first gun when I was on SWAT, was a Glock 35. And it was always the most fun to shoot for a 40 cal. Like, I'm not a big 40 guy, that's why I don't have any anymore. But the 35 was always a lot of fun, having that longer sight radius. It just shot well. And I've always liked 34s. I've had one or two in the past. I think this is my first MOS version, even though I'm not running an optic on it. But 34s and 35s, longside Glocks, are just fun. They're cool, especially if you're running irons. I don't see the point of purposely getting the longer slided gun. If you're going to run a dot, you don't really get much of a benefit then. So I prefer a Glock 47. That's actually my favorite handgun right now. It's been for the last couple of years, is a Glock 47. The replacement of the 17, if you guys aren't familiar. Glock 17s are awesome, but the full size, just standard Glock 9mm is my favorite go-to handgun. But 34s are really cool, so that's what I'm going to be running today. This thing's brand new. Hopefully it does pretty well. All right, let's do it. All right, guys. I'm going to start real easy. I'm only at like 12 yards. I'm going to shoot at the steel over there. It's a reduced C-zone with a hostage swinger. And then I'll move back and shoot some further shots. But I want to get a little bit of a warm-up on irons. I haven't done it in a while. And I want to just kind of see if these things are even decently zeroed. They should be. It's not that hard to eyeball up Glock sights. And then if I have to do any fine-tuning, I can. But they're zeroed enough, I'm sure, for the shooting I'm going to do with it for right now. So we're going to try it here. I'm just going to do some one shots to start out of the holster with the timer. I have it on delay. Huh. Tree just fell. I don't know if you guys picked it up. Pretty good sized tree. It's probably a big ash tree that fell. I'll have to go check it out. Probably some more firewood for me to cut up. Awesome. Anyway. All right, let's do it. I'm going to do one round from the holster on the timer to start with it on delay. And we'll go from there. Hopefully it's a decent angle for you guys. If not, I'll move when I change distances up. But yeah, I think you can see it good enough. All right, from the holster. All right, that was a 143. Keep doing that. That was low. 127. I didn't really let my sights settle. That was a miss for 134. Okay, 143. Do another one. Yeah, 143 again. So that's pretty consistent. I'll do another. $139. All right, that's a good warm up. It's at least hitting decently on the steel. I'm not like slowing down enough to actually confirm if it's on. I'm just getting a kind of a gross acceptable sight picture and I'm pressing the trigger. So I should do some shots on some of that further steel. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I'll make a attempt. That's probably 25 yards. Pretty small pieces of steel. I'll see if I can hit those real quick. Just slow fire just to see if it's on. That was a miss. All right, that hit upper right, so that might be a little off. That was dead center, so yeah, good enough for government work. Let's try the hostage swinger real quick. I'll put it on the timer. Actually, no, I won't. I'll just do a slow fire on there to make sure it works. Cool. Hostage swinger is working fine. I'll use the stimulus just to get me on that. Just do one shot on there. $159. I'll take that. Do it again. The first one clipped it, I think. 174 first shot, 274 for the follow-up. All right, let's move on, do something different. I'm gonna go to 25 yards, just do some shooting from here. Oh, that works. All right, hopefully you guys can see. I think you can. C-zone steel, I'm at 25 yards. I'm just gonna get some reps in here, see how I do. Let's do it. 25 yards, Glock 34. Cool. 157. I'm gonna try to make sure. I'm gonna try to get onto that 1.5 speed. I'm definitely over confirming the sights because I'm so used to just target focusing and having a red dot appear out of nowhere. Really, getting that flash sight picture and squeezing it off. Right. Iron sights having to actually align or confirm alignment. To me, I have to do a little more work to be confident in shooting iron sights. That's where red dots are awesome. You can just target focus and just the dot's there, press trigger. It doesn't have to be centered. It just needs to be somewhere acceptable enough that my level of grip and trigger control are going to allow me to make a hit, right? It's pretty simple. Iron sights to me, they're a little more challenging because I need to have a little more confirmation of alignment in case I was a little sloppy. Or like a dot, if you don't have alignment, you're probably not going to see the dot at all, or it's going to be off the target, and it's real easy to make a quick adjustment than the iron sights. Anyway, let's see if I can get it under that 1.5 seconds. All right, it was a miss. I got a little too much pressure on the trigger, and it went off just a split before I was ready. 132. Let's try to focus on that those sights a little more. Okay, 150 on the dot, so that's pretty good. I'll take that. Do that again. Okay, good. 153. I'm definitely having to slow down to make sure my sights are where they need to be. Let's do it again. I felt pretty good. 138. That one felt clean, 139. So I'm starting to figure it out a little bit. Let's do it again, see if I can stay consistent. Yep, that one was good, 127. So obviously, with a little bit of work, and I'm kind of pushing the rust off a little bit, I'm starting to get down to like my red dot times. It's also because I put a lot of time in at 25 yards on C-zone steel. So it's a little bit of me just kind of trusting that my sights are probably going to fall within a reasonable area on the target anyway. I don't want to say that's cheating. It's just kind of exposure and being confident in your shooting skills. But it is a pretty easy sized target as well. C-zone steel, pretty big. All right, guys, I just moved the camera, so it's a little bit different for you. I'm still at the same spot, 25 yards, still just on that C-zone piece of steel, but I'm going to do 2 rounds from the holster. Okay. First one is just over the top left. Sights are just a little high, and I could see that because I shoot enough to be able to recognize what my sights are doing. My sights were just a little too high, and shot broke right as they were over that top left shoulder. I cleaned it up under recoil and got a hit for a 196 for the second shot. So it was a 147, 196. Let's see if I can clean that up and make good hits. And both those were misses. That's sloppy. 144, 193. So same cadence as far as like my times. I just need to be a little more refined on my fundamentals. All right. 137 first, 195 second. Both were hits. So that was good. I'm happy with that. So see if I can build consistency in that. Cool. So 147, then a 2.05. So I definitely slowed down and got my hits. I know that's kind of a trigger for a lot of people. I just spent a little extra time confirming my sights. That's really what I mean when I say that. And/or like I already trust my grip. My grip's pretty solid. I know when I shoot enough and I'm kind of polished, I trust my trigger press in relation to how strong I grip the gun. My trigger's pretty good. Really, it just comes down to confirming the level of how much you need to use your sights or your dot as far as where it is on the target or how fast you see it come across the target. Once you've shot enough, that's really what it comes down to. Grip and trigger, you should probably just trust if you shoot enough sights as far as how much do my eyes need to interface or interact rather with the sights and the target and be confident in my press. All right, I'm just kind of jibber jabbering now. Let's go. Cool. 145 and a 198. So pretty controlled pace I'm at now. I'm kind of getting some of the rust off. I like that. Let's do that again. All right. Cool. All right, guys. I know that was a quick video. Hopefully you got something out of it. Just want to put some rounds out downrange with my new 34. It's a Glock. It worked fine. I just hate shooting iron sights. They're not very practical once you truly buy in to run the red dot. Iron sights just feel so dated and wrong. I feel like I shouldn't have to be lining up sights. I should be able to just stare at the target and put the thing on the thing and press the thing. You can do that with red dots if you really know what you're, with irons if you know what you're doing, but it's not as effective as running a red dot. So anyway, hopefully you got something out of it. If you like this content, please consider subscribing, hitting that thumbs up like button, share with your buddies if it's something they'd be into, and throw comments down below. I enjoy reading it. But other than that, guys, until next time, get out and train.